Hey, Lisa. How you doing, love? Moving? Hmm. Always hated doing that. Hey, Melanie. Chili cheese. There you go. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know about that. Hmm. Eventually, probably, but I don't know about right now. They all could make a threat, but mm, nah. I think that I think they think we're vulnerable right now because of the president's situation. But that won't work either. Hmm. There you go, man. Hey, Tanya. Yeah, hear rumors of wars and wars. All kinds of things, but we still got one more seal yet. He said once that they declare peace, there would be sudden destruction come upon earth. And then that'd be it. Morning, Tori. Yeah. Hey, Lisa. What about any time now? And Black Mud. About any time you go to a rally or anything that's got something to do with somebody in office, usually there's some type of shooting or something going on. So. And that old woman, she's wanting to bring all them foreigners in here. So I don't think she'll get it no way. What y'all been doing this morning? Nah, if they think that the White House was rushed before they let that woman in there, they'll really see what happened. They know, they know better. Because they don't want nothing to happen to them or their families. They're not gonna. They're not gonna do that situation. They'd come up with some other piece of trash before they would do that. Went to the back doctor. How'd that go? What'd they say? They give you shots or what? There you go. Changing you over to morphine. That's hard stuff, but it'll constipate you. You have to take something to keep you regular with that old morphine. That it'll bound you up. I don't know, Melanie. I had a little mishap last night. On top of me not feeling good, had that Joseph tried stealing from me last night. I noticed he was back on that old dope, and he went in the bathroom and stayed a few minutes, come back out, and he was leaving, and uh, Jake come back in. And he said, "Did I leave my red backpack in here?" I said, "You didn't come in with no backpack." So he went back in the bathroom. Well, I just followed him. And I opened the door, and when I did, he come out pretty quick. He took my clippers. He actually took my daggum clippers. And I got to thinking, I don't know if I locked my car door or not. And I told Christina, I said, "You better go out there and look, make sure your pocketbook's still there." So she went out there and looked, and it wasn't out there. So she hurried back in the house, and he keeps saying that I'll give you the rundown on the story in a minute. But she come looked all through the house everywhere, and yeah, hey Sabina, um, mm, no good. Yeah, she looked all over the house, couldn't find it, and so I went out there and confronted him. I said, "You just took my clippers," and she hadn't come out and told me that her purse was gone yet. Uh, he said, "No, I ain't got them." He said, "You can search me or whatever you want to do," and I started back in the house, and she come out there and said, my I can't find my purse. It's got all my info in it, my social, my ID, everything. And so I went, I turned around to go back out there and confront him again, and he took off running. So I know he was hiding around in the bushes somewhere, but uh, Christina called the police, and she reported it. And I stepped back out on the porch, and I said loud enough, I said, if I catch you back on this property, I'm going to put lead in you. I said, but if her purse and things don't turn up by morning, I said, you're going to jail. So got up this morning and went out there he claimed that he lost the keys to the car. That's Wanda's car. When me and Wanda and Mother left to go to Illinois, we left the car there where we was living because Wanda's granddaughter's husband was supposed to come get it and take it down to their house. And they never did do it. So Joseph and them went up there and got it. And they wrote out a little bill of sale like thing, like Wanda sold it to them or whatnot. And they've been out driving it around, no tag or switch tag, no insurance, no nothing. And Wanda told me here a while back, she said, I want you to get my car and take it home and leave it there. Hey, Jin. And, well, he kind of screwed himself because the way he parked behind my white car. So, just so happened, I left my red car sitting out to the side a little bit. So, when I took her to work a while ago, when I come back, I pulled up right behind Wanda's car. That way it's wedged between my white car and my red car. And I'm going to try my dangest to get a hold of Wanda's daughter today and see if she can get a hold of her daughter to get her husband to come with that rollback and get this car. I mean, it's been a mess. So for Sabina here, I'm sorry I didn't get to do you a session and have it up already. I'll if I don't have no mishaps today, I'll try to get it up this evening. If not, I'll do both of them tomorrow. Yours and Paula's both. But yeah, that's the rundown on that deal. So, hey Reese, I've done told them and told them and told them no more thieving from me. What would happen? And he knowed what's going to happen. I mean, I went out there empty-handed, but after he told me, he said, no, I didn't get them clippers and whatnot, and me knowing good and doggone well he did. I said, okay, I've had enough. He knowed what I was coming in to get. So as soon as Christina run back out the front door, he took off running. If police ain't gonna do nothing about it, and this, that, and other, I'll tend to it myself. And I know they'll watch this. So the next time somebody comes up in here and tries to steal anything, I'm going to put lead in you. I don't give a damn. This is my home. I work hard for what I have. And yeah, so may be a set of clippers. Whoop-de-doo, but it's mine. That purse was hers. Not only it had her ID and social in it, but it had her feminine products in it as well. And just so happened, I opened Wanda's car door and you'll see how they got it piled up with junk, beer cans falling out of it, just all kind of junk. I looked under the front seat because I seen some feminine things in the floorboard. Well, there laid her pocketbook up and under that front seat, all shoved up as far as he could get it in there. And then I said, "Look here, Christina." So I handed her a pocketbook, and then she looked in and she said, "My billfold ain't in here." So I kept a digging around and I found a couple. And she said, "Well, there's my uh, ID." And, and then she said, "But my social ain't in this one." So I kept digging around and found another one. And there it had her social in it. Uh, and then I found another one that had something else in it that was hers that was in the back floorboard. It's I'm telling you now, if y'all was to not ever see me no more, it's because of that. I'm telling you. But I mean, I've tried. I've told the police. Okay. I've told them, and this is the first time Joseph's been back since Larry's funeral. And anytime he's on that old dope, I know it. He can't sit still. He's bouncing or rocking or something. I told Christina, I said, go look in the bathroom, see if anything's missing. But he is. He's like it, and it's because of that daggum dope. When Joseph is straight, you can't beat that boy. You can't. That's when she come out and told me my clippers and all was gone and stuff. But he, if Joseph's straight, you cannot beat that boy. I don't give a flip which way you look at it. He's well. I'm fitting to, Melanie. I'm fitting to. Um, but see the way I got these cameras, I don't have one in the bathroom. You know, that'd be just weird. But I got one, in the living room. I got one in the kitchen facing out toward the living room. Got one in here, and I got one out on the porch. But she was working on them birdhouses, and I was working on Mother's little old fence thing. And apparently my light didn't, for some reason, my motion sensor light didn't come on. I got to get another one of them. But my phone, since I didn't have minutes on it, it didn't give me a daggum notification that anybody walked in front of it. So I'm out of minutes again. So apparently, before he walked in the house or knocked on the door the first time, he got in that car and got her pocketbook, and then he thought he could get my stuff out of the bathroom. Well, I got news for him. He gonna need more than a jailhouse. He coming back around up here. I'm fed up with it. Mm-hmm. That's how my daggum evening and night went. I was even worried about taking her to work in case he come over here trying to get in or something, and may not have time to get back for. He did. So it's cold up in here. I had to put my coat on. Come on. Uh, you know, he will not ever be allowed back in my home. I love the boy because he's family, he's blood, but that's the only thing. That's the only reason. I did, it's on low. But I have no more use for Joseph. Stole from mother, stole from Wanda, stole from me. Now trying it again. I've got no use for him. There's only two places that a thief needs to be. A thief needs to either be in a jailhouse or under dirt. And if police don't do something about him, he liable to bleed out before they get here. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm up to here with it. So, she signed that report last night and everything and press charges. So she have to go down there. Well, she don't get off till 7 tonight, but she's off tomorrow. She have to go down there tomorrow and swear out the warrant to go get him. And it being a misdemeanor, because it's not above the $500 limit. Anything over $500 or up to $500 is a felony. So it only come out to about, I think, $300 and something worth of stuff. So it's a bunch of bull, man. But so help me God, as I'm sitting here today, I do my best not to ever take nobody's life, of course. But if he don't think I won't shoot his kneecaps out, he's crazier than heck. Or maybe in the thigh or something. But that'll hold him off till the police got there anyway. Because if he tried to run, he'd bleed out. Yeah. So, stealing from me was one thing. But stealing from Mother and Wanda and Christina, that takes it to a whole new level. And even if she goes over there and signs that warrant, it'd probably be a bench warrant because it's not a felony charge. And that would mean they just have to pick him up if they caught him out on the highway somewhere. They're on bench warrant, they're not allowed to come to your home and pick you up. So, my stress level is out the roof. Like I had to stay up all night just to. I thought, well, he'll probably slip back down here and try to get that car and whatnot, but he can't have that car back. I've got to get a hold of Wanda's daughter so she can get with her granddaughter's husband that's got a rollback and come get it. was one that had that car all tied up with a loan company and stuff, and she finally just told them to come get it. They hadn't come got it yet, but it actually belongs to them. And if Joseph and them got caught driving around in it and whatnot, switch tag, no insurance, they'd impound it. And that's just put more on Wanda. And then I'm going to just get more ill. Now, the guy that they work with is a nut job just like they are. Um, and he only go in maybe once or twice a week. He lays out all the time. But he can't get a regular job. No, he couldn't pass a drug test, and he ain't got a reliable, way of transportation either. When I seen Christina go to crying because that gun pocketbook, that just tore me up. If I could have grabbed that boy, it'd been a different tale this morning. I'm telling you now, I am fed up. This fixing to stop. Just like I said, police ain't gonna do nothing daggum about it. But police did say, you can come swear out that warning, tomorrow or next day, whatever. But unless he brings it back. Well, like I said, we found the pocketbook and stuff, but and he said, if he comes back on your property, just give him an old-fashioned one and make him give you your stuff back. And that came from the police. My trouble is, though, once I start, I won't stop. I'd hurt that boy in ways that I wouldn't want to. But then I'd end up feeling bad about it. But they got to learn their lesson somehow. If ain't nobody else going to listen to me and do nothing about it, I've got to. It ain't one thing that's 150,000 around here. That's why I plainly said many times, y'all are about the only family I've got. Well, because he thinks that I think it was the other guy on that part. That's what he thinks. Which I know the other guy got my toolbox, but Joseph's the one that got mother's jewelry and all that stuff. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you too, love. So, yeah. It's terrible. Especially when it's your own kin, But your own family will turn on you quicker than a stranger. But he knew better. He knew better. Because if I would have seen that, I'm pretty sure he probably tucked it under his britches there and walked out with my clippers and all. But he knows what would have happened if I would have caught it right then. But they They hotwired that car to start with, and then I think my sister found a set of keys to it in one of Wanda's old pocketbooks that was up in her old closet back where we used to live. And he claimed that because he tried to come back in and say he lost his key. Well, I don't know where he did or not. Um, they may be still hot wiring it. I don't know, but it don't make no difference. You steal from me, you gonna get your butt in trouble. So I'm gonna take her over there tomorrow and let her sign that warrant. And regardless, if it's a bench warrant or not, they'll eventually get him. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I really don't. It just burns me up. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, your family will turn again you before a complete stranger, and that is honest God's truth. They think they can get by with it. Well, he's not gonna get by with this one because if he comes try to get that vehicle and it wedged between both of them cars out there, I'm gonna hear some noise. Yeah, it does. I mean, they don't. Nobody want to have to do nothing to somebody, especially family. But I can't keep letting this happen. You know, and I'm sure it's not just me that he tries to do this to. He probably thieves everywhere he goes. I think a lot of his jail time has been not paying his fines and theft and all that junk. But I would rather the police get him, put him up somewhere before he messes around and does something stupid and causes me to do something. Because once something's done, you can't take it back. Yeah, he's about 9 years younger than me, I think. Yeah, yeah, he needs to go to jail, but he needs to stay more than 30 days. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't no good. Ain't good, no good for nothing. But then again, like I said, if he's not on that old dope and he's straight, you can't beat that boy. He's polite. He's got manners. But he knowed better. He knowed better than to do this. Because he come in here and sat right here and told me about the other guy stealing my daggum toolbox and everything. Because he said he seen it at work in the guy's trunk. And I told him then, I said, no. I said, anybody that comes in here and steals anything from me, I said, I'm finna put lead in you. And I looked at him and I said, I don't care if it's you, your mama, or who. I work hard for my stuff. And it's not to be stolen. Somebody can ask me for something, I'd near about give it to them. But you steal from me, and I lose all interest in you. I have no use for you. I don't even know why he come by. Because I do too, because he thinks that I think it was the other feller that stole mother's jewelry and everything. But it wasn't. It was him. He got my mother's jewelry, got my GoPro kits, got my cameras, got all three of them iPhones, and I don't know what all else. If he don't, Kathy, there's only two places he's going: jailhouse or under dirt. So help me God. I'm fed up with it. You can't just keep doing that and get away with it. Some people take pride in things they have. And I appreciate everything that I've ever had, got, whatever. And I don't want it taken just because somebody needs a little dope. Yeah, it's terrible. And he knew that's what was going to happen to him last night. The reason he run off on foot. And what was strange was while the police was sitting here talking to Christina, his girlfriend showed up. And she ain't been here since before Larry's funeral. And she come with him that time. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, well, didn't Joseph tell you? You're his girlfriend. And I'm pretty sure he was in the car with her when she pulled up. And she said, no, he ain't told me nothing. She said, I just seen, police here. She don't live down this road. She couldn't have seen it from the highway. Joseph was in that car with her whenever she come. But I guess she just wanted to listen to see what was said. Well, she heard the story. So now Joseph knows it as well. Some people are so stupid. But he needs to be in there long enough to learn a lesson. He don't need this 30 or 60 or 90-day deal. He needs a few years. 2 to 5 years. Give him 3 good behavior. He wouldn't want to do it anymore. But just this little old slap on the wrist stuff is not cutting it. As soon as he gets out of jail, he gets right back on that old dope. And he mixes it with them old Suboxone strip things. Yeah. Well, that's the trouble right now. They're fixing to make me that way. When I say I'm fed up, I'm fed up. When I lose it, that's it. Well, he can't get that car. that's Wanda's. Well, actually, it's the loan company's car, but uh, well, I mean, unless one of them's paid for it, I don't know. They might have did, but either way, it ain't mine. It ain't his, and you. Oh, let me let me show y'all something. I don't know really how far this Wi-Fi reach. You can see the red car I put behind Wanda's little car. Look at all that mess. And all her stuff was up under that front seat over yonder. Look at all that. So yeah, I parked mine right there. And I parked mine right here. Sorry for the bumping around. Busted the tail light out. Left the windows down. I can't get them up. So yeah. Now you see exactly what I'm talking about. Like the granddaughter here. What are you got? I'll get to the comments just in a second. And some bitch gonna regret what he's done. Mark my words, he will. That makes me sick too. So no, I've not had no heart to do no sessions right now. I can't give 110% on them. I don't want to do them. Right now, my mind's every which way. Morning, Freddie. So yeah, y'all see what I'm talking about. And welcome, Freddie. He's messed with me for the last time. Him and that other fella both. It just suit me just fine to have both of them out in the front yard at the same time for me. Ain't that a daggum shame? Now the windows is down, can't get them up. If he still had any of them keys, he was looking around in that trunk last night. He might have locked the keys in the trunk. I don't know. It was last night. It's fixing to, Tanya. I'm fixing to lose it. I don't know where the law uphold me because it's here on my property or what, but I don't give a damn. I've tried before to get them to help, do things. They won't do nothing. So I've been doing it myself. Like I said, I'd rather have both of them out there in the front yard as just one. That's just that person I am. Go ahead and get it all over with at once. Only person I fear in this world is God and Jesus, and that's it. I don't fear no man. Never have, never will. They've crossed the line this time. He better not ever show up back here again. For any reason. Yeah, well, she knowed that they had took her car. And the only reason she didn't say anything in the beginning is because of Larry, um, that being her brother. But it broke her heart that he took it and wrote it out a bill of sale like she had sold it to him or whatnot. But anybody with common sense knows that wouldn't be her writing. And two, it don't have insurance and it don't have a tag on it. Well, it's got a tag on it, but it's a switch tag. I'm on. I'm gonna. If I can get a hold of her daughter's phone number, but I ain't got it programmed in my phone. Well, it wouldn't do no good anyway. I don't have no minutes on her right now. She ain't got Messenger. So I'm going to go down there tomorrow and show Wanda that little clip that I just showed you guys on the car and get her to tell her daughter to get David to come and get this with a rollback. This is fixing to cause Wanda all kind of problems. She's gonna be highly, highly ticked. And she's told them 1,000 times, take the car up there, leave it at Johnny's, let them people come get it. They wouldn't do it. And then she told me here a while back, she said, get my car, take it to the house, and leave it there. So that's what's happening. And if it gets gone while I'm going to pick her up from work or going to the store or anything like that, I'm picking up the phone and calling theft again. They just stole it out of my yard. They stole my aunt's car. Then it'll be more than $500. It'll be a felony. It'll be grand theft auto. Then they'll go down there and get him. So I'm just waiting for that. I figured he'd tried it this morning when I took her to work. I figured he'd probably hiding over here in the field somewhere, but just to watch. But he didn't. Well, like I said, I've tried with the police, everything else. They won't do nothing but sit down and write out paperwork and don't do nothing. And like I said, even if she goes and does the warrant, then it'll probably be just a bench warrant, which is better than nothing. But we'll stop and do that on the way down there to get show one to that car. Oh yeah, I'm going to handle that situation. Don't worry about that. The only part I'm worried is I can't leave with all three cars. You know what I mean? If you get my drift. Oh, I done that. I done that. I did that last night. So I put it in that storage thing back here behind and attached to the back of the house last night. So there ain't no getting that car. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, he needs to be in jail for this one. It just turns my stomach. But if I don't take care of all this on my own, it ain't ever gonna be nothing really done to him. He's got to be taught a lesson. Got to. Well, anyway, thank you guys for being here on Coffee with JD with me and seeing what I'm going through. Like I said, I'll try to get both of you in sessions knocked out tomorrow. Sabina and Paula. I love y'all, and I'll try to see y'all this evening. Like I said, she gets off at 7, so probably after that we get to go live. I love y'all.